Tonight we have been following the very disturbing story of a criminal illegal immigrant, Santana Gaona. The 31-year-old Mexican is charged with murdering 33-year-old Jesse Benavides in Texas. The wrinkle on the story is that Gaona was twice deported and was being held in prison in the USA on charges of sexual assault, but an unnamed federal agency got him released from prison, allowing him to then murder Benavides. Is it legal? We'll have more on the investigation in a moment, but first joining us from Dallas, Juan Benavides, the victim's brother. So how did this crime take place, Juan?
Well, it started with the sexual assault charge and also the history of violence that everybody was concerned about from Gaona towards his ex-wife. He had the sexual assault charge, was put in short custody with the county jail and immigration services where he was quickly released. A few weeks passed by. There was a birthday party towards my brother's girlfriend's side of the family. There was family, children there. Gaona shows up uninvited, and my brother and the rest of the family get alarmed because he was there obviously to start some type of problem. My brother was...
what kind of a problem did he want to start? Why did he show up at the party?
He was trying to be confrontational toward his ex-wife.
Okay, so his ex-wife was there. Your brother knew his ex-wife, right? Your brother knew his ex-wife? And so your brother did what? Try to make him leave the party?
He showed up at the entrance of the residence. You know, he quickly saw that his Gaona's ex-wife was pretty scared. Wasn't sure what he was there to do. She was still dealing with damage from the sexual assault charge. My brother recognized the situation. He had his own personal issues with, Gaona's history of violence towards his ex-wife, so he immediately was the one that confronted him to escort him outside and get him out of the family reunion. From what I understand, it was a short situation. There was an exchange in words, and what came to be was Gaona being intimidated by my brother's confrontation. And in the short span of the conversation, the exchange of words, my brother walks Gaona towards his car where it was believed that he was probably about to leave the family reunion. And from my brother turning away and walking away from the vehicle, Gaona goes inside his vehicle and grabs a handgun where he shoots 6 times approximately and hits my brother twice.
All right. Well, we're very sorry for your loss. Now, did you guys know this guy was illegal and had been deported twice, and the sexual assault was allegedly on his ex-wife? Did you know of his background?
I didn't. I didn't have a whole lot of touch with my brother's girlfriend's side of the family.
All right, so you didn't know.
I spoke every day.
Now, does your family know how this guy got out of jail? Who let him out? What federal agency? Have they told you that?
They haven't told us anything. Initially, they were just giving us basic loophole paperwork delay excuses. Since we were the family, we couldn't get real answers from them.
Well, we can't either, but we're gonna cut through the fog. Mr. Benavides, again, we're sorry for your loss, and we appreciate you coming on. And we will find out what happened and why your brother was murdered. We will do that, and we appreciate again.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's bring in our Is It Legal team, attorneys and Fox News analysts, Kimberly Guilfoyle and Elise Wheel. So we have asked and asked and asked.
Yes.
What agency took this guy out of jail? I mean,
Lifted the detainer.
Right. It wasn't a judge who signed the order to get him out, right?
Right.
The agency just said, look, we need him to do something. Can you put any of this together for us?
We are very, very close to linking the raising of this detainer, the lifting of the detainer, to the Department of Justice. We can't say it 100% right now.
That's Attorney General Holder.
Well, Holder at the very top. That's right.
So it's not ICE. It's not Janet Napolitano.
No.
Now, Janet Napolitano, we asked her to come on. She don't want to come on.
She's not coming on now. We are following through. Fox is following through with their legal team, with their filing a Freedom of Information Act with the Secretary and with the Department of Justice.
Right, so we're filing 2 FOIAs, one with Homeland Security and one with the Department of Justice.
Well, it doesn't even have to be 2. It could be 1. But
so obviously, the federal government is covering something up. They don't want the folks to know what agency let this guy out.
Because it's their responsibility, and this occurred while he was supposed to be under, their supervision and their watch. If potentially he was going to be crucial or testifying or involved in a case in a situation
Well, he was
like that.
involved in some kind of case, we understand.
Then you're supposed to, if you have that person and you're asking an
you got to
agency like
monitor him. He can't be running around with a gun.
So guess look what he did
Right.
under their watch. That's why this is a problem. But DA says it's not them. U.S. Attorney's Office, U.S. Marshals, and ATF. Just the Northern District of Texas, though, for the U.S. Attorney's
The
Office.
U.S. Attorney's Office, in a case like this, would always have to, if not sign off on it,
They'd have to know
they'd
about
have to know
Right.
about it. And why? Because another
the U.S.
agency
Attorney Office
wouldn't
won't
want.
tell us.
Right.
So we have to go through all the paperwork
Exactly.
and compel them to tell us.
Right.
But what we think happened here, and this is speculation, so it's we think that this guy Gaona was an informer. Was
Or
informing.
a witness or undercover
No,
or something.
I don't think it was a witness to a crime. I think he was an informer, from what we understand, on an ongoing criminal investigation.
Correct.
All right, something that's still in motion now.
And probably pretty high level for this type of release.
Yeah, it's a
especially
big-
for
it's a
serious
big
charge.
case.
Right.
Here's what doesn't make sense. That may be true, and I think that is the right way to go to look at it. But after he was picked up for the murder, that cover would have been blown. The U.S. Attorney's Office certainly would have known that. You can't be an informer under.
Well, we don't really care about that. We want to know what agency
Right.
is letting a guy with 2 deportations and a sexual assault
Yeah,
beef
but-
active
Right.
Yeah,
out on the street
No,
unsupervised.
but let me tell you one other thing about the
Yeah.
kind of inside of the department. A lot of agents, FBI, DEA, they are subject to random lie detector tests to see whether they have leaked to the media. So there may be people, I think there are people, that can't come out and forward and tell us,
Sure.
even on the slide.
We will. That's an excuse.
I'm just telling you.
The
behind
American
the scenes.
people need to know
Right.
what federal agency
Absolutely.
Is responsible
let
for
the
the
man
death.
out so he could murder an American. That's it.
But
Right.
you do know that they were aware that he was a violent, extremely
course he
violent
was
individual.
violent.
The sexual
All right.
assault he committed on
So
his wife
the
put her in
paperwork-
the hospital.
The paperwork's going to be
is gonna be
filed
filed.
Yes.
in
Right.
a matter of days.
Yes.
It does take a while for these things,
Oh, yeah.
like that, but
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
get it. And you guys keep working
Yeah.
your sources, all right? All right, we're going to hold.